In today's lecture, we are going to study methods of calculation of reduced level. As discussed earlier, there are two methods of calculation of reduced level. One is line of the collimation system or height of instrument system, and another is the rise and fall system. So, let us discuss the first system, the collimation system or height of instrument system. In this system, whenever we want to find the levels, reduced levels of various point on the ground surface, we first find out the height of instrument, or it what is height of instrument? It is nothing but the RL of line of collimation. Okay, so here what we does, suppose there is some ground, undulated ground, and we have to find RL of different points. So here let it be the first point as a benchmark with the RL 100 meter. Benchmark with the RL 100 meter. Suppose this is our first point. So for leveling work, we will set our level at some point. We will set our level at some point on the ground like this, and we will take the first reading at the benchmark. Okay. So what is the first step? We'll set the level and we'll take the first reading at the point of non RL, that is nothing but the benchmark. Okay. So as I told you earlier, this is the line of collimation. It will remain horizontal. Now here first step is we have to determine the RL of line of collimation. That is nothing but the height of instrument. How can we determine it? We can determine it by adding backside reading. See, this is the level. This is the level. We have set it at some point, and what is backside? The first reading taken with the instrument setup. And generally, we take always takes the first reading at the point of non-RL. Okay. So this is benchmark, and we have taken first reading, and this reading is nothing but the backside reading. So how we will get the HI, height of instrument? How can we calculate height of instrument? What is height of instrument? Height of instrument is nothing but RL of benchmark plus backside reading plus backside. Suppose here for the first setup of instrument, we are getting backside as a 1.25 meter. So what will be the our HI? 100. The RL of this point, RL of no point of non RL, that is benchmark RL, we know 100, and above this our instrument axis lies at a distance of 1.25 meter. So what is our height of instrument? Then height of instrument is RL of benchmark is 100, this is 100, and this is our backside reading. Okay, and this is nothing but our RL of line of collimation. This is horizontal, so its value remain constant. It will be 100 plus 1.25 meter. So 101.25 meter. Next step is whenever we take a reading at any setup of the instrument. Okay, this is our first setup of the instrument. With this setup of the instrument, we have taken number of reading, this reading, this reading, and this reading. Suppose this is the last reading. This is the last reading with this setup of the instrument. Suppose this setup is, we can call it as the O1. With this setup of instrument, this is the last reading. Then what we can call it as a, what is the last reading? It is nothing but the foresight. Last reading taken with the any setup of instrument is foresight. And what are these two readings? These are intermediate side. Any readings taken between backside reading and foresight reading are the intermediate side reading. Got it? So here this is the first point benchmark. These are the points. Suppose P1, P2, P3. There are number of points. So how can we find out the RL of these points? Different points. We know the height of instrument. Okay. So we know what is the RL of this line of sight, line of collimation. What is its RL? 101.25. Now we need to find out the RL of this point P1, P2, P3. So how can we find it out? Just by simply deducting these readings. Suppose here we got reading 1.1 meter, Here we got reading 1.2 meter. Here we got reading 1.0 meter. So how can we find it out the RL of these different points? P1. What will be the RL of P1? This is 101.25. Okay, minus 1.25. Sorry, minus 1.1. What is the intermediate side reading? 1.1. So this is RL of our line of collimation, and this is the distance. What we are getting? This is nothing but the distance of point P1 from this height of instrument. Okay, so by subtracting this intermediate side reading from height of instrument, we will get RL of this point. Similarly, how we get RL of point P2? This is RL of our height of our line of collimation, that is 101.25, and this is distance of point P2. This is distance of point P2 from our height of instrument, that is from our line of collimation. This 1.2 is nothing but the distance of point P2. What is star rating gives us? Star rating gives us distance of that point on the ground up to the this line of collimation. What is this 1.2 meter? So how can we get this reading? RL of P2, we can find it out by subtracting this reading of 1.2 from 101.25, that is height of instrument. Again, how we get RL of P3? Same, 101.25 minus 1, we get the RL of point P3. Here see, what is the RL of point P1? We get it to 101.25 minus, what is this reading? 1.1. What is the RL of point P1? What we are getting? 100.15. Okay. What is the RL of point P2? How can we find out? What is the RL of line of collimation? It is 101.25. It is constant. It is not changing because our line of collimation will always be horizontal. So 101.25 minus 1.2. Okay. So how much the RL of point P2 will get is 100.05. Next, what is the RL of point this point P3? What is the height of instrument? 101.25 minus this reading 1.0. So what is the RL of point P3? 100.25. So what is this method? What is collimation system or height of instrument method? We are first finding out the RL of line of collimation, that is nothing but height of instrument, and one by one we are subtracting whatever the star readings we are getting to get RL of respective point, RL of point P1, RL of point P2, point P3. Okay, got it? Means we are just subtracting star reading from height of instrument. Then suppose now after this point P3 we are unable to see reading clearly. Then what is the state? Then what we have to do? We have to shift this instrument from location O1. This is location O1, and we have to put it to another location O2. Okay. While doing that, keep in the mind we will not leave the stop at point P3. Got it? Means with the setup O1, we have find out starting at P1, P2, P3. After P3, we have to change the position of the instrument. So after point P3, we are shifting instrument to another location. Suppose we are shifting instrument here. Okay. So we are shifting instrument, but we are keeping the star at the same location because we know the RL of this point P3 100.25. Okay, if we shift this star somewhere else, then we don't know the RL of new point. So this is now, this is what is this point P3? This point P3 is the point of known RL for us, which is we have find out by using benchmark and instrument setup at O1. Now what we'll do? We will let the instrument and we will set it at some position, new position O2. Then this will be our new line of collimation. This will be our new line of collimation. Will this line has the same height as that of set up at O1? No, we cannot set level at the same height. Okay, so here we have set up level at new position O2, and then again we have to repeat the same procedure. Now here first reading we are taking at the point of known RL. This is point of known RL means point P3, because RL of point P3 we have find it out by the first setup of the instrument. So we are not lifting the stop, we are keeping the stop at same location. We are just rotating it. We'll just rotate it so that reading can be seen. Reading can be seen from this space also. If now we have shifted our stop at new location O2. Now here the first step is taking the reading at the point of known RL. Here point of known RL is P3, whose RL is known to us. We have calculated it from the first setup of instrument. So here we will take the first reading as a backside. Okay, so at this point you can observe we have taken two readings. At point P3 we have taken two readings. From the first setup of instrument we have taken foresight, and from second setup of instrument we have taken backside. And this point P3 is called as change point. What it is called as? It is called as change point. Okay. Why it is called a change point? Because we have shifted the instrument after taking reading at this stop, so it is called as change point. So at the change point we are taking one reading as a foresight from the first setup of instrument, and we will take the backside reading from the next setup of the instrument. Okay, so at change point we are taking both backside and foresight reading. Foresight from the previous setup and backside from the new setup. Okay, so here suppose here we have taken backside reading here. Why it is backside? Why backside? Because this is our new setup of the instrument O2, and and first reading taken at any setup of the instrument is called as backside reading. So this is called backside. And backside we always takes at the point of known RL. We know the RL of point P3 that we have calculated here 100.25 from the previous setup of instrument. So what is our new height of instrument? That is RL of point P3 plus this backside reading at new setup. Suppose this backside reading comes to be, suppose this is backside reading is 0.75 meter. 0.75 meter. So what will be our new height of instrument? Okay, this is the HI for the first setup of instrument. This is now new HI. What is HI? HI is RL of benchmark plus backside. Here now RL of known RL of point P3. What is it? It is 100.25. Okay, point of known RL P3 100.25. And what is backside reading? We have get a what is the backside reading here? 0.75. 0.75. So what is the height of instrument here? 101.0. 101.0. This is our new height of instrument. Again, with this new setup of instrument, we can find out the RL of different points. This point, suppose this point is P4, this point is P5, this point is P6. Like that, we can find out RL of different points on the ground. In the similar fashion, suppose we have to find out the RL of point P4, and here these all readings are intermediate side reading, and last, suppose this is the last reading by this setup of instrument, so it can be written as a foresight reading. Okay, so what is the RL of point P4? It is, what is the HI here? HI is 101, and suppose here back here intermediate is 1.0 meter. So what is the RL of point P4? 101.0 minus 1.0, that is 100.0 meter. Similarly, you can find out the RL of point P5, point P6 just by subtracting staff reading from the height of instrument. Height of instrument. Here we'll get some check to check our calculation with this collimation system or height of instrument system. What is the check? If we are finding out the RL of different points, is our reading is if our calculations are right or wrong, there is one check at the last we can do. That check is summation of backside minus summation of foresight. That should be equal to last RL minus first RL. Okay, this is check. Summation of backside minus summation of foresight means suppose here backside reading is this one. There is a one more backside reading, so we have to sum up all backside minus we have to sum all foresight reading. Suppose here is a one foresight reading, another foresight reading, that we have to sum up it and we have to subtract it. We will get here certain value, and that value should be equal to what? Suppose if we are getting the RL of point P6, some RL we are getting X. So last RL is X minus what is the first RL, that is 100, and these two values should be equal. That is the check. We will see while solving the problem what is the check. So here what are the different points we should keep in mind in height of instrument method. Very first step in height of instrument method, we have to find out the RL of line of collimation, that is nothing height of instrument, and we have to subtract individual staff reading to find the RL of that specific point. Now next method is rise and fall method. The name itself suggests how this method works. This method is simple. In this method we have to compare the forward reading with the preceding reading. Suppose there are two staff readings. Here there is a one more, here there is a one staff reading, and here there is another staff reading, and there is a level. And another case is here is a one staff reading, here is a one staff reading, and there is a level. So here you can see that here this point, suppose this is point A, this is point B. Here point B is below point A, or we can say the staff reading at B is more, or staff reading at B is greater than staff reading at A. Why this staff reading is more? Because this point B is lower than point A, so this staff reading is increases. Okay, our line of collimation is remains horizontal, and if point is below, staff reading is more. So here we compare, what we do, we compare here the forward reading, means forward point is B, forward reading with preceding reading. If forward reading is more, if forward reading is more, if forward reading is more than preceding reading, here you can see, here reading will be 1, we can imagine the staff reading is okay 1, and here staff reading will be suppose 2.5. So what is staff reading at B is more than staff reading at A. So here we can say there is a fall. We can say there is a fall. Okay, and why this staff reading is more? Because this point is lower, at lower end. Okay, compared to point A. Then we can say if the forward reading, forward stop reading is more than just preceding stop reading. Okay, what we compare? We compare forward stop reading with the preceding stop reading. If it is more, then it is equal. Here, there is another case you can see. Here, suppose this is point A, this is point B. Here, you can see what is forward point. What is forward point? Forward point is B. Okay, and preceding point is A. So again, if forward stop reading, this is forward stop reading, means stop reading at B is less. What can be a reading? Suppose 0.5 stop reading. Here maybe stop reading is 2 point something 2.1. Okay, so if forward stop reading is less than preceding stop reading, stop reading at forward point is less than preceding stop reading, then there will be a rise. Okay, so you also know that when the point is at higher elevation, then stop reading reduces. If stop reading reduces means compared to the preceding point, stop reading here will be less, means there is a rise. Here we can say if the stop reading is increasing, means this point is below with respect to preceding point, so there is a fall, like that. So here what we do in rise and fall method system, in rise and fall system we compare stop reading at forward point with the stop reading at the preceding point. Here also stop reading at forward point with the stop reading at preceding point. If there is a fall, then we subtract this difference from this reading at the preceding point, and if there is a rise, then we add this difference to RL of the preceding point. Okay, so simply what we are doing, we are comparing the forward stop reading. If it is more, then there is a fall, means that the reading is increasing, means definitely that point will be at lower elevation, so there will be fall. So we are subtracting that level difference, that is level difference between points A and B from the RL of B, and if if reading is reducing, means that point is at higher elevation, means that we have to add difference between this preceding point and forward point to the RL of the preceding point to get the RL of the next point. Okay, here we will take one small example to get more clear idea. Here we can see that there is a one level we are set up between, and there are some undulation of the ground, and this is the benchmark having RL 100. So if we have to find out the RL of different points using rise and fall method, then what we have to do, we have to compare each point with the preceding point. Okay, so here we know the RL of benchmark, that is 100 meter, and what is the next point, what is the forward point, A point. So what we will compare, point A with respect to benchmark. Okay, so what is happening here, reading is increasing, reading at forward point is increasing. So what can we say here, there is a fall. Okay, reading increasing, that point is lower elevation, that is fall. So how can we find it out, level difference between these 2 points, that is this stop reading minus this stop reading, that is 0.5 minus 1.0, that is 0.5. We can say this is the fall. What is this reading? We can say it as a minus 0.5 minus 1.0. Then again, what is next point B? Then we'll compare point B with respect to point A. B with respect to forward point with respect to what is there? What is happening? Reading is again increasing, means there is again fall. Okay, so what is, how can we find out difference between point A? that is staff reading at A minus staff reading at B, that is what is the difference we are getting again minus 1.0, and we can again see it is a fall. Okay, if reading at the forward point is increasing, then there is a fall. Okay, and also you can see it by sign also. So let us compare next point C with respect to point B, point C with respect to point B. Okay, here what is the staff reading at point B? What we are comparing? Point C with respect to point B. What is staff reading at point B? 2.0 minus 1.5. Here always we will subtract the reading at the preceding point minus reading at the forward point. Okay, so preceding point here is a B and forward point is C, but we are comparing this forward point with preceding point. So what is if we compare reading at both staff, here reading is 2, here reading is 1.5, means what is happening here, reading is decreasing, means reading at forward stop is decreasing, means there is a rise. Okay, compared to point B, here what we are comparing, we are comparing always 2 points, next point with previous point, that is forward point with previous point. Now we don't want to compare it with A. If we are comparing A, then again always we have to compare it with the benchmark. If we are comparing B, we have to compare it with the preceding point. If we are comparing C, then we have to compare it with the point B. Okay, if we are comparing at point B, what we are observing here, reading is reducing. Reading is reducing means there is a rise. Means our staff is getting up. Means ground is at higher level, means there is a rise. So what is the rise? Here preceding staff reading 2.0 minus next staff reading. So here we are getting 0.5, and what is this? This is rise. Again we compare point D with point C. D with respect to C. What is happening here? Here if we compare forward point with preceding point, what is happening here? Reading is decreasing. What is happening? Reading is decreasing, means staff is coming up, means there will be rise. Okay, so here we can say there is rise. So how can we find out difference? That is 1.5 minus 0.7, and here we can say there is a difference of 0.8 meter, and that is also a rise. But if what we are doing, we are always comparing forward point with preceding point, forward point preceding point, forward point preceding, and we are finding out level difference between these 2 points. Okay, is this point is rise or fall with respect to preceding point, that we are getting. If there is a fall, what I have told you, if there is a fall, we have to subtract that difference from benchmark of preceding point, and if there is a rise, then we have to add that to the reading of the preceding point. Okay, so here now we calculate the RL of point A. Okay, here what is, how we can, we have, where we have compared point A with the benchmark. Okay, so what is the RL of benchmark? RL of benchmark is 100. So what will be the RL of point A? RL. What will the RL of point A? RL of A equal to, what is the RL at benchmark is 100. What we have compared A point with the benchmark, and what we have found out? Found out that our point A is at a fall of 0.5 meter with respect to benchmark. Means this point A is lower than benchmark with a height 0.5 meter. So what we have to, if we have to find the RL of A, then what we have to do, we have to subtract this level difference we are getting, that is fall, from benchmark, that is RL of A is equal to 100 minus 0.5, that is nothing but 99.5. What we got this? This is RL of point A. RL of point A is 99.5. How do we find it out? We have compared the height difference between 2 point A and benchmark, and we have found out that point A is 0.5 meter lower than benchmark. So to get RL of point A, we have subtracted this level difference from the RL of benchmark. Got it? Then next, what we have done, we have compared point B with point A, point B with respect to point A, and what we find out, point A is at a fall of 1 meter with respect to point A. So how do we find out RL of point B? RL of point A, and what is the level difference? Minus 1 meter. So here we will find out RL of B is equal to, what is RL of A? 99 preceding point with which we compared it, 99.5 minus, what is here? There is a fall of 1 meter. So we have subtracted it 1. So here we get it as a 98.5. Okay. Then next point, here what we got, RL of point B, 98.5. Okay. Now we have compared point C with point B. Okay, and we have find out point C is at a rise of 0.5 meter with respect to B. So how do we find out RL of C? RL of C is equal to RL of B preceding point plus or minus. If there is a rise, then there will be plus. If there is a fall, minus. Here there is a rise. So here 98.5 plus, what is the rise? Here it is, there is a rise of 0.5 meter between point B and C. So here we are adding 0.5. So what we are getting, it is 99.0 meter. RL of point C is 99.0 meter. Okay. Then we have compared point C with respect to point D, point D with respect to point C, and what we have found out, point D is at a rise of 0.8 meter, is at a rise of 0.8 meter with respect to point C. Then how we can find out RL of point D? RL of D is equal to, then if there is a rise, so we have to add it. So it is 99 plus how much rise? 0.8 plus 0.8 meter. So here we are getting reading 99.8 meter. Okay, so RL of point D is equal to 99.8 meter. Okay, so what we have did? So based on rise or fall, we have to add or subtract to get the RL of next point. This is the rise and fall system. Here, one thing is there. Here in rise and fall method, there are 3 checks we are getting on the RLs of points. So here we have find out A, B, C, D, whatever we have done the calculations to find out the RL of different points. Is our calculation is right or wrong? To check that, there is arithmetic check here. That what is that check? That is summation of backside minus summation of foresight should be equal to summation of rise minus summation of fall. That should be again equal to last RL minus first RL. Okay, what is it, that arithmetic check here for rise and fall method? This is called as arithmetic check. What is this arithmetic check? Summation of backside minus summation of foresight should be equal to summation of rise minus summation of fall, and that should be equal to last RL minus first RL. Okay, so whenever we do calculation, at the last we have to perform this check. And what was the check for the line of collimation method or the height of instrument method? What was the check? There was only summation of backside minus foresight should be equal to last RL minus first RL. Means there are only 2 checks, and here there are the 3 checks. That is summation of backside minus foresight equal to summation of rise minus summation of fall minus last RL minus first. Let us do. we will just see if this is our calculations are wrong or right. Here, what is our backside reading? Summation of backside, there is only one backside. So what is our summation of backside? It is getting 0.5. Okay. So here, what is summation of fourth side? Here is only one fourth side. So our fourth side is minus here 0.7. Okay. What is our summation of price? Summation of price is 0.5. Here we have to while for arithmetic sum we don't consider sign. So here 0.5 plus 1, that is 1.5. Okay. So what is our sorry what is rise? 0.5 plus zero point 0.8, that is 1.3 meters. What is fall? 0.5 plus 1, that is 1.5. Okay, summation of fall means 0.5 plus 1.5, there are two falls. And what is summation of rise? 0.8 plus 0.8 plus 0.5, that is 1.3. Okay. And again, what is last RL? What is last RL? RL of point D is 99.8. And what is the first RL? That is benchmark 100. So here we can find it out. Here we are getting 0.2 minus, here also we are getting minus 0.2, and again here we are getting minus 0.2. So our calculation is right. So in next lecture we will discuss one problem, and that problem we solve by both method, height of instrument method and rise and fall method.